Good morning, welcome to this screen catcher looking at, well, let's find out. First thing which I want you to do is go onto YouTube and type in the Zimmers, okay? Have a watch the video and figure out what they're doing and why they're doing it and what they're trying to show off whilst this thing is going on. Don't spend too long on it, just spend about 2 minutes looking at this issue. So pause the video, go and have a look at YouTube and do that, okay? Second thing to think about is this. Do you know what any of these acronyms mean? We've got whoopies, jollies and ski holidays. These are all referring to and probably linked to something in regards to the Zimmers. So have a think about what this is doing. Okay, have a guess and then the answers are this. Well, they mean a whoopie is a well-off elderly person, a jolly is jet-setting oldies with loads of loot, and a ski holiday is spending the kids' inheritance on holidays. Now, these are different acronyms to describe various groups of elderly people, and this takes us on to today's issue, which is looking at ageing population, and our aim is to understand the geographical challenges resulting from a greying population. In its simplest form, the world's population is getting older, okay? It's the problem highlighted by this graph. Okay, have a look at the green and the blue line. They're rising very suddenly and they're going into the future. And this is a concern, and when you take into account the relationship between under 16s and under 25s as well, which are both slightly in decline, we potentially have some issues for the future. And the UK has what is referred to as an ageing population or a greying population. And it's the consequences of this which we are most concerned about. Now, what events have led to the outcomes of the graph? Well, here, this is the population pyramid for the UK, and it highlights and shows off various groups of issues. Number one, if we take above the 65 plus line, look at the number of groups, number of people who are in these age brackets, and more importantly, look at the number of people who are going to come through into these age brackets. Secondly, we've got less people at 0 to 4 in the young age bracket, 0 to 4, 10 to 14. All these brackets are really, really small. In 30 years' time, these are going to be up here, and if this group's having less children now, imagine what this group are going to be doing. They're possibly going to be having even less children, and so our population will keep contracting, but the elderly is going to keep growing. And this is a real concern to the UK government, and as a consequence they're changing policies and developing different things about it. So what do I want you to do? Well, in your textbook you'll find information on growing ageing population, but I've given you a sheet called Globalisation of Ageing. Okay, you're going to need to read through it and highlight it. There's a couple of bits which are important on there. It looks at the global picture, so introduces the different concepts. It also looks at the demographic transition model and considers the relationships between this and the concept of an ageing population, and we really are looking at stage 5 countries now. And then it starts to look at the issues from it, and you've got 4 main issues. You've got health and welfare, you've got social demographics, you've got economic, and you've got political. Okay, what I'd like you to do is read through the sheets and then make notes explaining and justifying these different areas. Okay, this is going to take you some time. Make sure that you're highlighting the sheet to highlight the key issues, because these are what's important to you. There's a couple of bullet points in here. Really focus on the specific detail. Think about the grey vote, the grey lobby. Think about the changes to retirement and pension scheme. And I will say this sheet was published a couple of years ago now, and there's something which has changed just last year which is important to this in relation to the UK pensions. So have a look at that. Okay. Then your homework is this: explain the geographical challenges resulting from a greying population. It's a 15-mark essay. This was asked in June 2009. They haven't asked anything in terms of the essays on ageing population for a while, so therefore it's due to probably come round to give you something to think about and challenge you. Okay, I've given you the mark scheme there as well, and this video is available on YouTube as well, so you can look at it as and when you need it.